All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting game stream with Mind and myself. We've got some pretty exciting things to run through today. We're going to talk about some awesome game updates. We've got some brilliant images to share, Tournament 3, Tournament 4, and even some trivia. But first of all, Mind, tell me, how are you, mate?
Yeah, hey Ryan, nice to see you again. Nice to see you, everyone. Nice to probably read your chat messages in a while. So, I'm doing good and I'm excited about the stream as usual. And I'm excited that we have, some new stuff to add to it too. So, we can start off and I hope everyone enjoys it.
Fantastic. First thing that we're going to be able to run through today is Tournament 3. I was really impressed by Tournament 3, especially last week. I saw a very familiar name bump up onto the leaderboard, and it was you. You got into the top 10 for a while.
Yeah, I think I was number 8 or 9 at the beginning. I mean, not at the beginning, but just after I finished my round. I did it like 3 days ago, and I was playing one of my favorite setups, the lazy one.
Oh, excellent. Well, do you remember exactly how it went down, or can you give us a walkthrough?
Yeah, so I can tell you that I won all of the rounds. So that was the first time that I actually managed in a PVE tournament to win all of the rounds. This time, I think like the main reason why that happened was because of the consumables, because it was the first like 20 tournament rounds that I played with consumables. So it was a good challenge, and I was just doing more of a research type of thing whether my favorite build still works. I love it because it's very powerful, and also because you can be quite lazy while playing it. So they basically play for themselves.
Fantastic. It was, yeah, not only was it exciting to see you up there, maybe did you see the leaderboard before it ended?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it like 10 minutes ago. I don't know whether somebody finished the round within those 10 minutes, but hopefully it is still the same. And also, yeah, I thought you were gonna ask me, but I can also mention what the wizard team was as well.
Absolutely, please do. What was the team that got you
Yeah.
ultimately at number 9, but finishing right there, number 11?
Yeah, so it was the classic triple attacker combo. So I played all epic wizards. The first one was Crystal. Second one was S, and the third one was Tsering. And
Okay.
uh, and I used the revival potions on the first and second spot. And for the third, I had a mana potion there, just in case, because with some of the enemy teams, I had the situation where only one wizard of my team stayed alive, and it was a really close match. But most of the time, only Crystal actually got demolished by the enemy team. And also, I tried to save up my consumables a bit. So after seeing the first 2 turns, which basically had my S on that turn. So if I saw that it's going right for me, I did not use the revival potion on S just to save it for the next match because I had a limited amount of them. I didn't want to buy any more on the go just to be, also uh, uh, kind of trying to save up those resources and not use them when not necessary.
Yep.
And I used them more or less on the half of the matches, and on the rest I just understood that I can save them up. And the mana potion for Sering was not necessary everywhere because usually when you go to Sering, you already see. Because you use it only on the second turn. So if it goes to the second round's turn for Tsering, then you really see whether you need to use it or not. So you only use it when there's more than one wizard remaining from the enemy team.
I think Sering's got a lot of potential. He's one of my favorites. I do like being able to include him into the strategies, especially with the extra potion. So I'm glad you figured out a good way to use him, especially with Crystal. She's a great attacker, but I always find she gets knocked out pretty quick when she's on my team.
Yeah, and everyone actually, well, not everyone, but at least the bot is it seems to be attacking her. I think all the time. She's the prime target, apart from those situations when the enemy is using the triple attacks. So then it's a different situation. But anyway, most of the time when the bot chooses to attack a single target, it's always Crizzle, and she always dies first. That's why it's really cool with the revival potion, so that the enemy, especially bots, sometimes is not super smart, and sometimes they're using more powerful spells and wasting mana just to get that 1 HP off. And of course,
Mhm.
it depends on the wizard team combo.
All right, all right. Well, good feedback there, especially anyone interested in looking to get Cristal on the team. She definitely does need a bit of tendering around to see how she can complement what you've got. On top of this, though, we can see the full leaderboard. I did try to get this image taken right before it finished up, but we can see, first of all, King Shishani is no longer number one, and he's actually not even in the top five. He's been taken down to number six with a whole new leaderboard. Homer has even got above him. But what do you think about this, Minds, who's been knocked off?
I see there's some competition. I see that somebody probably did some research on the gameplay and obviously found a really good combo of the wizards. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I will definitely look into it. I'm really curious how they actually managed to collect that much points, which is ridiculous. I don't.
It is.
How much points did I get?
You give me one
Four
moment.
thousand something.
4,308.
Yeah. So that's it's not double, but it's almost double the points
Yeah.
of that. I did not really try my best, but I actually played my favorite, wizard team. I had fun, and I truly enjoy that. I got the win ratio to 100% on these 20 rounds, which was, an achievement in itself. But now, when I see those numbers, I am really curious to really try to find the way of how to get those points, which are really high. I have a suspicion it includes some healers on the teams, but when I try to play the healers, I have really a problem of dealing so much damage if you want to keep mm, let's say the damage output, a damage output balance with the healing output, because to get more points you need more HP points left.
Yeah.
So it's really tricky of how they did it, and I'm really curious. And I
There
also
we
see
go.
there's a couple of people with similar symbols around their names.
Star
Uh,
and Aries.
Star and Aries, yeah, yeah. So maybe they're brothers, or maybe they're from the same gaming clan. I don't know yet, but hopefully sometime they come on stream and reveal themselves, and maybe chat about what they do and how they are successful. Anyways, guys, welcome to Wizardia family, and I'm really surprised to see you there. And it's also a good challenge for Shishani, who is also active with our community and sharing his thoughts and his strategies. So yeah, maybe he will figure it out and tell us before we do.
Exactly. Well, there you go, guys. Congratulations to everyone who participated and especially to the top 20 leaderboard. Stay tuned because in 7 days, tournament number four starts, which is going to be very exciting. But something that has happened in the past few days, the past week, is a new wizard came in hot to the collection. Mind, do you want to have a chat about that while I bring it up on the screen?
Yeah. So as you know, there were 3 wizards in total that were coming soon. So Elsevier is the first one to hit the store. Uh, he's Halloween guy, as we mentioned. Well, he's not connected to Halloween, but he really fit the theme when
Yeah,
we revealed the images close to the Halloween date. I think he looks really cool. I think he really fits the theme, and he's really magical and kind of dark, mysterious. And he has those candles and lanterns around him, and it really fits the spells that he has, which are fire based. So he's more or less a fire wizard.
exactly. I'm a big fan of Elzevir. Age of Fire and Fire Punishment. He just looks like an absolute gangster. From Legendary, we can see a bit more of his face, all the way down to even Epic. He's glowing, and Elzevir the Scribe in the rare form. Look, he's just scary. And I thought it was great that we could release him over Halloween. I thought that was just absolutely perfect timing. So make sure you head over to wizardia.io/collection. Have a look. You can read more and find out about his lore and his backstory and see what you think of adding him to the collection.
I think I will get the epic one because I tried to make all the epic collection, and I also I think I prefer the epic skin as well. It's somehow I like that shroud around his face, and kind of this burning of the eyes is a bit different. The legendary
Yeah.
one, of course, is it's legendary. It's it's completely out of this world, and the scary face and everything. I think is really intimidating. But I
Yeah,
think I prefer the epic one, and also fits my collection.
yeah.
And also, I saw that he has a triple attack spell, so I think I'm gonna be using that quite a lot and try to, maybe make my this nuke team better by including Elzevir into the setup. So we'll see which one of the three wizards will be exchanged for Elzevir, but I will definitely try all the rotations and see whether he fits there.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see Elzevir. I think he's definitely an X factor to any team. So I think he'll make many appearances when we get him out in the tournaments. Another not necessarily big update, but another thing that we're going to be able to run through today is a bit of an evolution on the game arena. Now, this idea came from me from our Discord server. In the section, make sure to check it out. We had a couple new battlegrounds. So I've got some images I'm going to share today, and we can have a chat about them from the first arena right through to now. And tell me, what do you think of each one that we see? So here we go.
Yeah, that's the classic one, right?
There, that is exactly right.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
old
classic
school.
one. I remember when we were still fundraising, and when I saw this, it's something that I was really happy, and I really wanted to try to put this in the game, and I think we are kind of close to that.
Yeah. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Being an Australian, mountains necessarily aren't something I get to see often. So
That's more of
to
a
me, it
New
adds a
Zealand
huge
kind of thing,
element
right?
of mystery.
The mountains are more of a New Zealand kind of thing, right?
Exactly right. They've got quite a good ski season down in New Zealand, which is super strange considering it's not far from Australia and we're known for our summers. But the next picture I've got was our next update, the second arena that we got to share, and it's coming up now. So we've gone from the winter to the summer, the fiery pits of hell. I think this is quite a big change.
Yeah, but as we know, in the core we have different kinds of terrain, different kinds of weather, and yeah, I think it's just amazing when you have this small planet where you can find all these arenas.
Absolutely. I think the red ones really got my eye, but I know once we started to actually get some players in and we started to grow, the first image with the mountains, it changed just a little bit. So this is one I took in a match I had a couple of days ago, and we can see They're not so jagged, they're a bit more clean. And I think this battleground looks really, really cool. I think it's almost inspiring to go down to Switzerland.
Yeah, or anywhere else where they have nice mountains and beautiful sunsets.
Yeah. And other than that, I've got two more images which I can share now. These ones have not been released. These are a bit of a leak from the channel. And here we go. Here's the first one. Entirely different, a whole new world. What's your first thoughts on this one, Mind?
Uh, I think I know where it might be located. If
Not
you,
next door, is it?
I'm looking at the image on the core. I don't think it's on this one, but I think if you go open the website of Wizardia, there is
Mhm.
um there is a place with like this city skyline, like broken city skyline somewhere on the part of this core. So I think it's more or less in that location.
All
Uh,
right.
and I really enjoyed it because it's probably the first one where you can see the ruins of the old world. So it's kind of, this modern buildings, whatever you see there on the left, and you see like a city below in the pit through the crack in the arena. And yeah, I think I enjoy it. It's more of a futuristic theme because the first two could fit in most of the fantasy games, uh, like storyline or anywhere you can put them. And this is
Hmm.
more of a Wizardia vibe that we were going from the beginning. It's more of a this sci-fi fantasy type of thing.
Yeah. I think what we could talk about, and I think this would be quite a mission, but have an interactive Wizardia globe on the website that you could click around and spin around the globe and see the different arenas in person.
Yeah,
Well, not necessarily in
hopefully it
person, but
comes
in
sometime in the
universe
future.
person.
I know I
Exactly
already
right.
talked
Living in
uh,
the
talked
year
with the
24.
team about it a little bit. The thing is that to develop sort of a globe to the quality that I would want to see it, it would take several months. And now we're focusing, on the gameplay stuff, and yeah, this should come sometime in the future, but we're not rushing it. And it's more of
Okay.
a nice to have type of thing, even though I'm really passionate about clicking on turning stuff and you kind of zooming in, and it's yeah, it's something I enjoy also.
The interaction is definitely immersive. And the last leak and the newest one that I've seen is this one here, fighting on a cliffside. Kind of reminds me of a warm Norway with the giant fjords, and an image of something in the background. Can you enlighten us on what you see there, Mind?
Yeah, so when I saw this, my first intuitive thought was jungle.
Hmm.
As you said, fjords, yes, it's also possible. So it's a kind of maybe a mix of those two. We probably would need to talk to our lore master to actually find out what's the structure behind and what it actually does. It really intrigues me, and it got my attention, and now I'm wondering what it is. It may be some sort of a summoning portal or something like that. I'm not even sure, but yeah, we should investigate, Ryan, and find out what it really is, and not just take our guesses.
Absolutely. No more speculating. Time to get some answers. But to dive into the Wizards here, which team would you expect to be better towards success or victory in this particular battle?
Well, they both have Chikara on their side, and in both teams, Chikara is in the third position, which makes sense. Um, well, Tak and heal. Petro can't, but Petro has this sneaky grenade that he can throw for 1 point. And the first two
That's
is,
fantastic, man.
is S, and then Crystal's, it's. I think it's a very close match, but I would take a guess that the team on the left would be the one to win somehow.
Yes, I
Just
would have to
yeah,
agree. Although
But
I think they would need to make their moves quickly, otherwise they might find themselves falling on the way to the bottom of the fjord. They're definitely on the wrong end of the cliff.
yeah, yeah, it's possible. And also, let's not forget that it really depends on what consumables both teams have.
Exactly. It's a whole new element. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what the future holds. Maybe we'll get to record that in person one day.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
we might even do, a couple of battles with the teams that we saw on the teasers and just try it out because I
Yeah.
don't think they intentionally put those teams there. So it would be nice to test out, or maybe they did.
Bring the image to life.
Yeah.
All right. And before we set this stream up, I had a chat with the team and we got a few updates on which should be able to go live next week. Mines, do you want to do the honors and actually let us know?
Yeah, I will do. It's just a short disclaimer beforehand. I mean, they should go out next week, but some of them might be, delayed a day or two. So if you don't see it next week, it's definitely coming out the week after. So probably the most exciting one for me and for the guys who really want to take their practice to the next level is the invite a friend link that you will be able to use to invite anyone who you want to battle against. And I think we'll talk to our Discord team to try to make a channel just for that. So you could find someone to play Wizardia with or against in the channel. So you can, match up and play against each other and test out some crazy strategies.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Yeah, the next
uh,
one is the
yeah.
two wizards that are already going live next week. So also next week we have tournament number 4 launching. And Rose and Seven are gonna be already available in the game, so you will be able to test out some new strategies, and maybe Rose and Seven will be in one of those winning teams that we see on the leaderboard.
Well, I definitely think the introduction of these two wizards is a game changer, and I think we might find some new people on the board as a result. But it's going to be exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely. I wanna try them out as soon as possible. I haven't done that yet, but just to keep me updated and then to see what I'm up against, because I think. Also, in the tournament, we're gonna have 10 additional enemy teams, and I know at around 25 to 30% of the bot teams will have Rose or Seven included in the team. So there will be different teams that you'll be up against. So it's gonna be a different challenge for you as well.
All right. I would love to be able to test out a team of S7 and Elsevier, get all three new wizards in one team. I think that would be quite quite a force.
Ah, you mean Rose, Seven, and Elsevier?
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
yes.
Because you mentioned S, just because you love it, doesn't mean it has to be a new wizard, as you said.
She's a favorite for everyone, not just
Yeah,
myself.
yeah, for sure.
Um,
Yeah.
Other than that, even though we've got lots of these things coming, we've got a huge introduction as well of daily rewards. Do you know how this is going to work? This is a whole new thing for me.
Yeah, there is gonna be a reward for you playing a match or several matches. I'm not sure how it's gonna work, but it's gonna be a reward for coming back and playing Wizardia every day. So there's gonna be some stuff you're gonna get. Mostly it's gonna be some consumables, maybe tournament tickets, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's gonna be worth coming back every day and playing some matches just to just to hoard some of consumables that you can use later on in tournaments.
All right. Well, that's fun. I do love a daily reward. It's definitely inviting to come back. And I know we're going to have some new arena colors. So we're going to spice things up a little bit whilst we're developing new worlds for everyone to battle in. And the final thing as well is something that you mentioned before. We also discussed it in our last stream, but it's the Zoom feature.
Yeah, yeah, it is a zoom feature is gonna be 3 camera positions. that you will be able to change in the same menu where you can adjust the sound volume. It's not gonna be a zoom in feature yet, unfortunately. I think this is gonna be some time also later while we test this out, see if there's some quirks with it. But what I liked about it, that it's three positions. So basically, you have the same as you have now, and you can zoom out a little bit, so the camera is moving out a little bit, like tilting, and
Mhm.
it gets you closer to the feeling that you have in the concept images as well, because the concept images are more of a from a top view, and now we have like a more zoomed in view. So this is going to be the first step of how we do it, and later on I really would like to see like a personal zoom in on each of the wizards, maybe, something like that. It's a bit more difficult to implement for the camera to move smoothly and to like nicely display all the wizard actions, but
Mhm.
we'll be working on that as well, and I hope it comes soon, because I would really love to see that the spell power close up.
Absolutely. I know there's been lots of effort put into the Wizards animations. We've had the dance capture suit. So to be able to change the view and unlock new looks of the wizard is definitely going to be fun. And we'll be able to see which one is the most popular. Now, the big event for today, something that you and I briefly discussed about a week or so ago, was Wizardia Trivia, which I think will be a little bit of fun. And the way it's going to work is I'll ask 10 questions, all related to Wizardia. Some will be harder than others. And whoever answers the questions fastest in the comments wins 1 point. And when I get to the end, whoever has the most points wins.
Yeah, very good. So I hope we have enough people in the chat. If we don't, then somebody will be more lucky than usual.
Yeah, I think the definitely the odds are in the favor of the people that are listening. But question number one, this is a very easy question, but full name only. Who is the newest wizard available in our collection? Now I know there will be a bit of a delay
Well,
from
not
us to
it's
YouTube.
just gonna be a delay for us, because the guys will answer as soon as possible, I imagine.
Yep, I'd hope so. It is a wizard that we've discussed today.
Is it the one that looks a bit creepy?
It is. He's definitely not a friendly type. But I am not sure if we've got a participant there who wants to jump in.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
But I think you know the answer nonetheless, right?
I think I do. I think I do.
It's a very obvious one. All right. Well, we'll sit tight and wait for an answer. If we don't get one, that's no dramas. We'll be able to proceed through, because I know we were also going to do some more gameplay against the community, some live sessions and some battles to see if anyone's ready to take on mines at top 11 in the last tournament.
I lost you a bit, Ryan. Could you repeat?
Yeah, no dramas. I was talking about moving on, waiting for an answer. We can proceed when one comes, if one comes. But in the meantime, we can start doing some battles with the community.
Yeah, sure. That we can definitely do. Um,
Excellent.
I will try to do it if possible. I remember last time I did with only one computer. It was my browser crashed. So if that happens, I will need to go and get another one, my laptop.
It's no dramas. I might be able to do it with my laptop here as well.
Maybe you want to
In
play against the community, Ryan, because I haven't seen you play for a while now. It's only me that
yeah,
has to
I
take
know
the
it has been
challenge.
a while.
I would love to
All
see you
right, all
battle.
right. I
You
will
can do one.
start a game, and once I connect, I'll share.
Very good, very good. So is there? No, don't tell me yet. But yeah, because somebody can counter your team if you say what you're gonna play.
Well, here we go. The free mode, and we've got orangutan.
Orangutan. Oh, I see Shishani is also in the chat now. So hi Shishani as well.
It's good to see you, mate. Welcome
Shishani,
back.
Homer, Nereus, Ben, and DOS Gaming. DOS Gaming is asking when the NFT reveal. Maybe you could tell us what it means.
Yeah, a bit of
For
let
me.
us know a bit more around that for sure. I know we were talking about Elsevier coming in, Rose and Seven, but I wasn't quite aware of a new NFT reveal. Maybe he's got some secrets that we don't know. Now, what's your preference on team here, Mind?
I'm just trying to understand what's happening here. But
Okay, so
both
it's
teams
your turn.
seem pretty good.
All right, I think the idea is to keep Hinata alive as long as possible. It's good to have a healer to keep everyone going.
Yeah.
And I really like to get rid of the healer as quick as possible
Nice.
on the opposite team.
Yeah, that's Crizzle for you. If you don't get rid of Crizzle so fast, you're gonna get wrecked quite a bit.
Yeah, but she's only. Well, hopefully we can get rid of her. We'll see. We'll see. We don't need mana just yet, so we can keep everyone nice and healthy, give them their daily dose of vitamins. And sorry, Shishani, I can see that you're mentioning something. I don't speak Russian. Maybe Mind, are
Yeah,
you able to take that
I
one?
saw it. I see that Anna said hi, so hey Anna. And Shishani asked Anna whether she's playing also.
Ah.
Ooh. Ooh.
I need to try and get rid
And
of
Crystal
Shakara.
still has enough of the power to even make this single shot attack. So you can see how much damage she can do if she's not taken care of quickly.
But the thing is, with Armin, his healing ability is 700.
Yeah.
So it's if he stays alive too long, he just makes it impossible.
Yeah. Well, Hinata does much more healing, but it's separated through different characters.
Exactly. My fear is wasting all that time to get Oleg or Krizal down just to turn around and have Armin heal her. But now I think I might be in a bit of trouble.
Oh, and he also has a healing pot left.
He does. He does.
And he's a soul wizard, which is better than mine, so you're gonna be at a disadvantage with your damage, but you still have 2 wizards left, so as long as you put in powerful spells, you might have a chance.
There it is. It's frustrating. He's got the health and the mana.
And it's gone.
Yep, I think I'm up the wrong kind of creek and I've got no paddle. But no, it's not going to work. It's coming down to the wire.
Yeah, in most cases, I think you should be able to down Grizzle in 2 turns.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, it was a good battle. Come second. That's still an Olympic medal position there. Coming second. No need to mention that it was a two-player game though.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a question in the comments as well. Hi, all. I've got a question. When will be added post effects to the skills like stun, poison, etc.?
That's a good question. I don't have an exact time when it will be added. As you know, we're now focused on working on the wager system and adding some new wizards also. All the post effects and like stun poison and different kind of combinations of buffs and different effects are planned, but you should expect it probably already in the first half of the next year, but not during this year. uh, Probably we will have some other consumables that will be used first. Maybe some of them have some sort of effect different than we have now. Uh, but it is coming. I just don't have an exact date. But when we work through all the detailed development roadmap with all the plan, then I will definitely share it with you, and I will share what kind of those effects there might be.
All right. Well, I think that'll be an exciting addition. Definitely something to look forward to. And I'm sure something that very soon will start popping up in our bi weekly streams to be able to keep everyone updated. Now, before I continued with another match, I was just looking at the leaderboard here of the free practice mode. Number one, we've got Black Sabbath. I know a few weeks ago, perhaps, you battled against him during one of our streams. Do you remember?
Oh, maybe I remember the name. That's for sure. I just don't
Yeah.
remember whether I got to play against him.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it was in one stream where you did. Um, but it's exciting to see that Black Sabbath is still around. Shishani is doing fine at number four. And number five and number eight really caught my attention. Definitely something similar to the other tournament, which just ended. What's your thoughts on the correlation here?
It's the free version, right?
Yeah, this is the free version, the free to play practice mode.
So the first thing, of course, that comes to mind that these guys have figured out on how to play with Wizardia's arena, and another thing that pops to mind is that they definitely are playing a lot of games. That's what I would expect. I have no idea how many of times they have tried to get a score, but I'm sure it was not one or two. It was definitely many times. And I see that G1 is giving an answer for our trivia question, and I see more people in the chat. So maybe we could try to start going with our trivia, or do you think we should leave it for the next time?
Yeah, I definitely think we can go again. G1 has the first point. We'll ask another question and keep proceeding through. We can do battles at the same time and see how we go. But question number two is, what affinity is Petro the First?
I know, I know.
Yeah, I thought you'd know that one. We did just see him in action. Oh no, we were just discussing him and his special little grenade.
Yeah, the hint is in is in his profession probably.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And whilst we're looking for an answer there, let's bring up a battle here. And G1 is definitely on it.
G1 is answering the question, but not the one that we asked probably.
No, he's close. The grenade is correct, but what affinity is he?
I will give a hint that affinity is body, mind, and soul, so it's one of those three.
Yeah, take a guess there, G1. You've got a 33% chance of getting it.
Yeah, Ryan, I think that yeah, G1 is still
There it is.
correct and no one else is participating, but that's good also. It means that
Yeah, I
G1 will
think you're right.
deserve the
It's
win if
definitely a
he's the
one-sided
only
thing.
one. Could you make the sound a bit lower? Because the music was super loud, Ryan, when the game was loading.
Oh, I do apologize. I had it muted. from the tab, but I didn't realize it was still going to be playing anything.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Well, it's all fixed there. Um, Absolutely correct there as well. So G1's on 2 points. The next question, I'll take a quick move here and I'll get back on that one. But question number 3 is, what gender is S the unrestrained?
Oh my God, that's a trick question.
Let's
So
see if you
actually,
can
Ryan,
do it.
one thing that I noticed that you actually got switched on teams. You have the team that your opponent had last time, and your opponent has the same team you had last time.
Oh, well, there you go. I did not notice. And this is the move that I was worried about, which is why I took out Armin as quick as I could.
Yeah, and they took your crystal like that.
Yeah, it just immediately.
Yeah, so you can see,
Uh,
yeah, what different strategy means actually. So
and
G1 is trying
G1
to guess
has,
that it's a female.
and I'm going to have to say, dun, not quite.
Everybody wishes S was female.
Yeah, exactly right. I do apologize as well for any lags in my screen while I'm playing. The CPU isn't quite strong enough to keep me up to date, so I'll try and minimize my movements while I get embarrassed at playing our game. Aerodroid, you've done a fantastic job.
You see? You see, that's how you play that team.
Yeah, got schooled. Now, whilst I'm doing this, I think maybe G1 might want to hear the answer. For what gender is S? Mind, do you want to explain S?
I think we have it somewhere in the lore, but gender is, would expect it does not come with being a robot or android, as in this case. So I'm not sure whether it's ethical to assign genders to robots.
Well, the answer I got, I did a bit of a dive, and I hope you're happy with the answer here. But the answer I found is genderless. A
Yeah.
genderless cybernetic shell with an artificial mind. S has shed its former skin, quite literally, and it still retains a feminine form, but mostly because in that form, S has been subjected to countless experiences that are never fading from its memory banks.
Yeah. Exactly, Ryan. So as I said, I would not assign gender. So that was a trick question actually, because it's genderless. So yeah, but that was probably the point of this question, though, because everybody who took at least a small dive into a story of S, everybody knows that it is an it more than it's a he or she.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Well, good job there. And question number 4. According to law, what year did the tearing happen?
Ooh, I forgot that one already, but somebody has
Yeah,
to
it's
Google
something
it.
that gets overlooked, that number. Well, let's see if G1's going to help out again on that. Let's see if G1 knows their history, or if maybe Nereus is going to jump in and let us know what he thinks. And I'll play one more time. Make sure the volume's down here as well. But have you got any memory jogs, Mind?
Um, there should be a 7 somewhere there. I know it's later than Cyberpunk 2077. That's for sure.
That's a good start.
Yeah, I think it's under 3000. Somehow I have that feeling.
I think try again.
Okay, okay. So then, yeah, my memory was fake because I was going for something like 2700s, but maybe it's 3700s or something. But yeah, I need to check probably.
All
Oh, you
right.
lost internet
Well,
connection, bro. What?
it seems that my internet is having a little spaz out to stream. Probably more CPU than anything. But I think this question may have G1 stumped. I'll let them keep thinking about it for a little while longer and release that one at the end of the stream. Other than that, Mind, did you hear of any special big changes we might get in Tournament 4 or Tournament 5?
So the changes in Tournament 4 is that we mentioned already. The two new wizards are coming up there. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
Rose and Seven are also there, so it's gonna be pretty good to try them out and see how they compete against other wizard teams. And number 5 should have Elsevier in it, so it's gonna be the wizard additions to both of the tournaments. So I think they will really mix things up. And I see that G1 did not understand the question, so it's probably we would need to maybe write down the questions next time if we have something on the screen, so they can copy it, or maybe go through a translator to fully understand it.
Yep, I think that would be a good idea. But I will answer the question and maybe it can help with what it means. But for Wizardia, we were discussing. Sorry, the question refers to when did the tearing happen, which would be when was Wizardia born and the Wizards begin,
In the lore, in the in the
according
in
to
the
the lore.
storyline, yeah.
Exactly. And let me know if that helps clarify your question. I can give it a couple more seconds, a couple more moments to hear back. But Nereus said he couldn't find the date as well. So if Nereus couldn't do it, I think G1 might struggle. But the answer is 3421.
Okay.
Now, that is a question that came from Lawmaster Vetus himself. So thank you very much to his contribution there. And I think the final question I can ask today is actually one from Nereus, and I thought this was a fantastic question. I will copy and paste it into the chat as well, so you can read this one. There we go. For 2 points, which wizard has the biggest soul, but at the same time doesn't have soul?
Bruh.
Yeah, that was my reaction when Nereus said it. It's absolutely genius. This question. When you get the answer, you'll just slap your head. Oh well, the answer came a lot quicker than myself, for sure. G1, tell me, how did you know?
Probably
Because
for one, it's because S is a soul wizard, but why the biggest soul? Is it because of the things that I'm thinking about, or?
yes, because she's a robot, she is the only one that has a bigger soul and a soul at the same time.
Okay, I thought the soul was located on the chest area. That's why it's
Oh,
the biggest.
okay.
No?
Well, possibly. Nereus can take credit for that one. It was brilliant. But maybe that's where the soul is, Nereus. Let me know, because that'll definitely be something that I'll try and remember for later.
Yeah.
But there we go. That brings us to an end for the trivia. G1 obviously took it away, the sole participant along with Nereus. So I will connect with you after the stream. Um, and Nereus is going to check the place as well. So
Yeah.
thank you very much. We'll have to get an update on that for our next stream.
So also, I think Ryan, maybe we could do one thing while preparing for trivia, because I see there's more people in the stream, but maybe they do not fully understand what we're talking about. So some of the things we should collect what languages we should translate the questions to, and maybe use the translator, just a regular Google Translate, and try to put the questions in different languages. Maybe
Yeah,
two or three
absolutely.
of them, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'll be a very good option. The next stream that we do, we can pick it up again, and we'll certainly split it up over the most common viewers, which will make it a lot easier. And we'll try again.
Yeah,
Makes it definitely a little bit clearer.
very good, very good. So congratulations, G1. Remind me, Ryan, what is G1 getting for it?
G1 is going to win a tournament entry ticket to the next tournament. So you'll actually be able to come in there and fight against Star, Ares, Shishani, Homer, and yourself, Mine.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for playing G1. It's good to hear. And let me know in the comments here, G1, is the best way to contact you through an about section? Do you have a Telegram? Or let me know how I can reach out to you.
Yeah, and also, G1, are you on the leaderboard currently? Maybe we missed you somewhere, or maybe you're one of those mysterious two people who just popped up to the top of the leaderboard.
Absolutely. Definitely a bit of a pseudonym here going. It'd be nice to know if he or she has the skill to be on the leaderboard. And I
If
think
not,
if you have,
Ryan, you can ask them when they contact you.
absolutely, I'll do that. But I think that's everything we've got today. There we go. I
I'm top
actually
one
am
this
top one
season.
this season.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. Uh,
There we
we
go.
have our new king of Wizardia here, and you know, they're so modest. They're not even you know, talking about it. So G1, yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to see you on the stream. Yeah, you see, it's G1 PZ91. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a code for something, but now we know. Now we know. So yeah, you can dominate the next tournament. So we would love to hear of, you know, what kind of wizards you played, what kind of strategies you applied. We would love to hear it. And if you would like to share it, you can talk to Ryan when you're getting your prize back, and you know, maybe give some tips to other players. And yeah, congratulations once again. It's an impressive score.
It's absolutely brilliant. It's massive. Hard to comprehend that you did so well. I'm going to go through the other leaderboards to see if you were there as well, or if this is the first time in the top 20 with such a monstrous score. So, congratulations, G1, taking away the free tournament ticket today, as well as the king of tournament 3. Um, hoping to make top 5, he says, but I think top 1, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, with a 1,000 score difference.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Well, there we go, guys. I'll reach out to you, G1. I'll find you in the comments and send you a message. It was fantastic to see everybody today. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time, guys. Bye.